I've been meaning to make this video for a while, and I worked with a friend of mine this morning that brought up this subject. So it's about the word enough, and being enough. maybe 3 years ago, something like that, 3 or 4 years ago, I went through quite a period that I discovered the introspection of, am I enough? And how can I become enough? And even, up until the last maybe couple of months, my perspective is continuing to evolve, continuing to change. In the last couple of months, what I realized was, in some sense, or many senses of the word, I'm not enough. That level of self-esteem, that it's very easy to say, no, I am worthy, and I am enough, and I am all these things. So, in the past, I've been quite critical of affirmations. I think affirmations, like modern spirituality or the fluffiness and all that stuff, or manifestation or positive thinking, it can all be wallpapering over pain. People can use, say, affirmations or any of these things to try to get themselves out of the discomfort that they're in, which I think is really unhealthy. It ultimately, in the long term, it doesn't work. Now, if we've integrated whatever is underneath there, well, then you have a blank canvas, and then you can add or manifest or paint whatever it is you want on it. So I would have phrases, that I would at times connect with myself, and I would tell myself, I'm grateful you're here. I'm not going anywhere. I am enough. But I wouldn't see them as affirmations. Affirmations, maybe it's just the technical, semantics of what people think affirmations are. I am wealthy, I am wealthy, I am wealthy. Be polite. So I don't see that type of self-talk as being affirmations, but we'll move on. So in connecting with the level of enough, of the level of I am enough, or that void, that emptiness, it requires encountering the lack. So perhaps with affirmations, people they don't want to go near the lack of money, of love, or whatever it may be. They just want to put me in the abundant place and let me enjoy it there, and that'll be all nice and comfortable. That's not really how it works. It's not my experience. I don't think it's healthy. So we encounter the emptiness, the lack of whatever it is on your list, in your life. And in that place, we make peace with and experience and mine and connect with the value of that lack. That's really quite powerful. It's, the lack of peace or love within myself is valuable. It's not something to be escaped from. I've earned this emptiness and void through many journeys and experiences, be it in this lifetime or be it in previous, and I would say in previous lifetimes and experiences. the ancestral line, all that I've inherited, it's all valid. It's all highly purposeful. You know, if you want to become a brain surgeon, you have to go on a journey of, I know fucking nothing about brain surgery, but you have to go on a journey of learning to use these tools, of the physiology, of the anatomy, you don't just go from, I'm in school, I'm a fucking brain surgeon. You know, there's learning experiences along the way that are highly important and valid to take you to that point where you are competent, hopefully, and you know what you're doing and efficient and so on. So to embark on that ever expanding, so I wouldn't say that I am there, not by a long way. This is a journey I am embarking on. To embark on that journey and embody that inner peace bit by bit, incrementally, that self-care and self-love and self-acceptance, it unfolds. It's a journey. And along that path, I encounter, you know, those pockets of me from childhood or previous lives, or, you know, what I've inherited from my parents to be immediate, or my grandparents, are all the way along the line that I'm carrying within my DNA, within my cells and my fucking bones. You know, often when I work with people, I'm trying to bring us down fucking deeper and deeper into stillness, into presence, into the bones. What does it feel like in your fucking bones? And, you know, often people kind of think, well, I'm present. Yeah, I feel the emotion. What next? And they don't get that you can live in your heart. You can live in your kneecaps. The flow of blood vessels, or the blood count, or the red cells, white cells, and all the rest of it, you can flow into the muscles, the tension. You know, pain in the body is often a lack of, John Sarno talks about this and has written brilliant books about this. So back pain or tennis elbow, it's a lack of oxygen. And what causes a lack of oxygen? Emotion, trapped emotion, emotional pain. So if we can move into these places and encounter the lack of oxygen, or whatever it may be, or too much sugar, too much oil, too much whatever, we're aware of how our body is operating, and we can make adjustments. So we can go deeper and deeper and deeper into these places. Someone's sweeping, I think. So, or hammering. In the I am enough, for me, to realize I'm enough means realizing the emptiness or the lack is okay. It's a part of who I am. And the ironic thing is that does not mean that I remain in that place. It means that peace is within me to be acknowledged and for a purpose. And it has been generated via an experience or multiple experiences, very valid experiences that I've had in this life and so on, or ancestors, that I'm carrying, that there's purpose in there. There's wisdom and experience in there. It's not to be discarded or overlooked. But to move on, you know what, another stage I embarked on in recent months was that, you know, in some senses, I'm not enough. In many senses, I am not enough for the world. I'm not. You know, there's women I encounter that, oh, I like her. I'm not enough for her. I'm too old, too thin. Oh, you know, I'm not handsome enough, not sexy enough, not wealthy enough, not whatever, not cool enough, not fashionable enough. You know, I don't fit in the world. I don't have a fucking mortgage. I haven't got kids. I haven't got married. I'm not moving in these directions. I'm not climbing the corporate ladder. I don't have kind of any qualifications. I'm not doing a lot that the world would want me to do to fit in and go, oh, he's climbing. He's enough. He's climbing the ladder. He's doing the work. So I'm not enough for the world or for many people. They might look at me and they go, they don't get me. And people watching this might identify or relate to this, and that's okay, you know. So they're along this journey. It's realizing my work is to be for me to acknowledge I'm enough for me, you know, and the not having these things that society might require. Let's keep in mind before we go on that I have asked society to put this pressure on me. I am not a victim. Society doesn't need to be changed. Society is not bad or misled. No, I've designed this my interactions in this world to turn up the pressure to create the diamond, you know, from the lump of coal. So I accept full responsibility for everything, family line, childhood, society that's been pushed upon me. I've drawn it in to get me to this point. So really, it's about me um, finding that enough within me, you know, to feel that, yeah, maybe I am. I'm too old for some people. I'm not cool. I'm not fashionable. I'm not good looking for some people. I'm not all, and these are all my fears that may come up. You know, I meet that person that I like, male or female, and I want them to like me. And a little pocket might open up of, oh, you're not enough. Maybe I'm not, you know, maybe I'm not for them. But what I find is that as I encounter that little lack, that pocket within me, and I make peace with that, and I say, that's cool, I'm okay. I'm okay with being Gavin, you know, and I'm okay with being X, not having the mortgage or not having the whatever it is, fucking fast car, um, career, Instagram following, um, client base, or business. I've been working at this for 4 years. You know, I barely survive. A handful of people watch my videos. So like at times, sometimes I couldn't give a fuck. At times that gets me because I base at times my level of self-esteem, self-worth on, oh, do I have enough followers, clients, money, these things? And I have to keep coming back. And I gradually work through it. So it's not that these are always affecting me, but they're being presented to show me pockets of my own emptiness. And as I make peace with that, it's like, oh, it doesn't touch me as much, doesn't affect me as much, doesn't bother me as much. So it's showing me my emptiness. It is purposeful to see these things. So I think I'll leave it at that. And I think I will talk about this. You know, I don't want this video to go on too long, but I'll talk about it another time. It's to acknowledge and recognize when these pieces are presented, to not get busy, think positive, say your fucking affirmations, read a fucking lovely quote on Instagram or Twitter or whatever. No, it's to stop and find this place, you know, within me, this emptiness. Because, you know, even in this moment, I'm afraid. I can feel it. I can feel it in my thighs and in my kneecaps. I'm afraid of being seen. I'm afraid I'm not enough. But ultimately, it is not healthy for me to base my self-esteem on you people liking me or liking my post or whatever the fuck it is, or loving me. It's nice to receive that, but ultimately, it's just another layer of me making peace with me and acknowledging that, no, I'm okay as I am. I'm grateful that I'm here. I'm grateful that this piece of me that's afraid is here because it's purposeful. It's human, it's natural. It's not something to be gotten rid of or changed or fixed or corrected. It's a part of my being. So I'm grateful that this piece, showed up in this moment to share this experience with you and with me. So I'll leave it at that. If this post was beneficial, you can buy me a coffee at, I think it's called buymeacoffee.com/spawn evolution. I think there's a link under the video anyway. And I teach shadow work, and you can get in touch or comment or please share with a friend. And we'll keep going. We'll see what happens. Thanks for listening.